Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and I am back yet again for yet another Marvel versus Capcom video. I love making these. You get to look at Marvel Legends. You get to look at the super cool Jada Toys Ultra Street Fighter 2 figures. It's a great mashup, and I'm really happy to say that my copy of Marvel vs. Capcom arrived from Amazon, so I'm stoked on that. But in the meantime, we got figures to talk about, like the newest edition, which is a fan channel exclusive, so places like Entertainment Earth are now getting the Ken from Ultra Street Fighter 2, but he's in his white Player 2 outfit. The box is the exact same. Gorgeous artwork, nice photo of Ken. You get to see all the figures that are upcoming. Man, oh man, do they look good. New York Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. Can't wait for all of those. And then on the Hasbro Marvel Legends side of things, of which I've had this set for a little bit. It's just taken this long to get to it. But we have Danny Rand, the Iron Fist, versus Luke Cage, the Power Man. Very excited about this box set. It looks great. Nice artwork on both sides, celebrating 85 years of Marvel. And here's the barcode. But you are all probably wondering, well, how do you get these fantastic figures? Well, you're in luck. Entertainment Earth is having their early Black Friday sale. It's already begun. So no matter what you spend, up to $300, you're going to save some much needed holiday cashola. And they are offering free shipping. So definitely take advantage of that. If you like the Jada Street Fighter figures, if you're missing a few, if you want to pre-order a few, for the most part, yeah, they got you all ready to go. The Ken figure is listed as a pre-order. It did ship in, so it's kind of like that in between, but rest assured if you order it, yeah, it should ship out ASAP. You can also grab Cammy, Guile, or DJ. Those are all on pre-order. You can also head out to stores, just FYI, but we're trying to get you to Entertainment Earth, wink wink, so ignore what I just said. But there are plenty if you want them. And they're all so cool. Highly recommend them. Now, over on the Marvel Legends end of things, they have a ton of those as well. A lot of them are on sale, so definitely take advantage. But if you specifically want the Iron Fist and the Luke Cage sets, I will actually get you 10% off, you lucky ducks, because everything in stock with my links below, that'll be down in the description, will give you an automatic 10% off. So happy shopping. They're also having a McFarlane Marvel statue sale, so if you buy one, you automatically get a $20 gift card to use on your next purchase. It's not a bad deal at all, if you ask me. So definitely check out Entertainment Earth for all your Black Friday holiday toy shopping needs. I use them myself. I love them. They're a great company. Head over, check them out. Guarantee you'll find something there that you like. So thanks for letting me do that whole spielio. But in the meantime, we got some action figures that we need to pit up against one another. So sit back, relax, make sure your controllers are plugged in nice and tight. This is a look at the brand new Hasbro Marvel Legends Iron Fist and Luke Cage box set versus the Player 2 Ken from the Jada Toys Ultra Street Fighter 2 line. Here we go. And while I got all you video game fanatics here, I just want to say thanks so much for always checking out my YouTube vids. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Why? We got old toys, new toys, daily news updates. Guarantee you'll find something here that you like. And I got a lot more Marvel vs. Capcom videos for those of you who are interested. Now, we're going to start it off with the Jada Toys Player 2 Ken. There isn't really a whole heck of a lot of things to talk about in terms of new. You're largely going to get the same exact figure if you got the red version or the white version. You get the same exact head portraits. They're painted nice. They're a little bit spruced up, I will say this, although it would have been cool to change things, i.e. this. This is a little bit different. This is one accessory that did not come with the last Ken figure. But you can equip Ken with that firepower and get old Iron Fist going. Maybe he blocks it, maybe he doesn't. Lay your bets down below on who's going to take home the win in this contest. But I do love how Jada Toys with their Street Fighter line does their effect pieces, their energy effects, especially things like this. It's on a stand. You really can have a lot of fun. That's what I mean in terms of a really complete figure. So again, if you are a huge Street Fighter 2 collector, if you already have Ken, you're not going to see a whole heck of a lot of new, but it's Player 2 Ken, so it will add to your collection. Like I said, in terms of the actual figure, besides going from red to white, maybe switching up the colors on the bands on his hands and whatnot, it's gonna be the exact same toy. So no, it's not mind-blowing. It's not like, oh man, you gotta rush out and get this. But in terms of an Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers collection, you're gonna need this, right? You have to. It's like a mental defect if you don't. But one thing I would like to see them change eventually is how the wrists peg in. Sometimes they can be loose, especially when you want to move them around. It's something I've noticed for a while. It hasn't really changed all that well, at least for the better just yet, but that's something I would like to see them update. The articulation, the legs, the butterfly joints, the double jointed everything. Yeah, it's pretty darn stellar. To then see the difference between the original Player 1 Ken and now Player 2 Ken, yeah, there's really nothing different. It's just both of you want to play as Ken at the same time, and well, there you go. Both of you can be Knuff. Now, if you look at what Ryu does and what Ken does, it's kind of a fun thing to have them both in the white outfits, if that works. Kind of looks like they're both part of a cult. Then you have Player 2 Chun-Li, of which I like the Jada Toy Street Fighter 2 figures, but I don't go for every single one when they Player 2-ify it. It just happened this way. I swear that's what happened with Chun-Li, but they're both really cool. In terms of the Marvel Legends box set featuring Danny Rand and Luke Cage, again, I'll save you some time. It's really a complete box set in terms of powers, and then I love the extra head portraits when you get them fighting. Danny Rand will come with all the extra hands that you need. Probably too many hands, but you get the idea. Lot of extra hands for old Iron Fist. I like the fire effects that they gave him. Just like Ken, Iron Fist has some fire a-going as well. It's basically the same sort of dealio. Orange to red, it looks good. Translucent plastic fits over Iron Fist's fists. Like I said, with the extra head portrait, when you have a solemn head, you have to have a fighting head. And they've done it here in spades. That's what McFarlane tends to miss some of the times. You either have one or the other. Very rarely do you have both head portraits that you would need to make it look good. In terms of looking good, that's a pretty solid Iron Fist. Even his little Spawn capey things on the side for his collar, the mask, the tattoo. And I have to point this out because every once in a while, the Hasbro team does something really stellar in terms of how they use the articulation. When you have all of the ab crunch and then the double ab crunch to the waist, how they line that up with the seams, I love that. I think that's a really cool combination and really just works with the figure itself. It's kind of like how they did the recent X-Men 97 Cyclops. You got the dangly bits, he can kick high, he's got his frog shoe slippers on, toe articulation, plenty of articulation for a martial arts master like Iron Fist. So you will not be disappointed. It's the same type of Hasbro Marvel Legends articulation as we all know and love, or all know and complain of at this point. Why didn't they put this on? Why didn't they put this on? He's got a lot to him. If you like Iron Fist, this is the best one going yet. In terms of Power Man, Luke Cage, he's going to come with some extra hands. So you have item holding hands, and you have a grabby hand. You have a screaming battle rage head, which, hey, that's what I like to see. Combined with Danny Rand's, now with this Luke Cage one, looks like they're battling. That's cool. Now, I have many Luke Cages, but this one is going to be more of the modern-ish, most modern-ish take, I guess you could say. He's going to have the yellow shirt. It says Cage on the belt buckle. And I like that on the fisted hands, you have brass knuckles that says Luke Cage. That's a nice, fun touch if you want to have those going. Just like Danny Rand, plenty of articulation. Luke Cage is a bit of a bigger figure, as he should be. He's got some waist, he's got some abs, he's got the head articulation, although it doesn't go back too far, just as an FYI. Thigh, double jointed knees amidst his jeans and his boots, no toe articulation. Just FYI, I know a lot of you love that toe articulation, but the details, the look, and if you didn't know up to this point, Marvel Legends really doesn't dive into a lot of paint washes. It's very few and far between. It's unlike McFarlane Toys. Sometimes they don't do it, but you won't see that a lot of the times with Marvel Legends. It does fit in well, though, to have a Luke Cage go up against an M. Bison. He's supposed to be a larger type figure. I totally dig that. When you want to have a more street-level hero scenario with this modern Luke Cage and this Iron Fist, it totally looks good. But if I'm being honest, I like the more 70s, 80s look for Iron Fist and Power Man. I think that these two go together beautifully. I absolutely love that. And then just to kind of see Spider-Man and Daredevil now with this old school look, Iron Fist fits in beautifully. Whether or not you want to say it's a 70s, 80s look, maybe it's a more modernish look, I'm going to go more for the old school. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. But of course, we're here to have fun with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So we have Danny Rand just kicking Ken right in the face as they call in Spider-Man and Dhalsim. But when you know it, Ken shoots off a fireball blast and knocks Danny Rand to the ground, which is just all kinds of cool with those effects. But wouldn't you know it, Iron Fist calls upon the mighty War Machine, of which he does his special and just knocks Ken clear across the screen. Ken is down, and I declare Iron Fist the winner of our newest Marvel vs. Capcom video. However, his journey doesn't end there, as he must now do battle with Blackheart. So stay tuned, we got much more Marvel vs. Capcom 2 action coming soon. So that's going to wrap it up for my quick look at two new offerings from Jada Toys and the Hasbro Marvel Legends, both of which make some great action figures. I will say that. Marvel Legends has definitely improved. They're all pinless. That's nice to see. There could be some subtle changes, I suppose, but I like just the bright colors. It's very Marvel to me. Player 2 Ken for the Jada Toys Street Fighter line is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. It's not going to be a figure that you absolutely need for your collection. But if you are a hardcore Street Fighter 2 Jada fan, you already have it. You're already watching this video. I knows that you love it. But you've heard my thoughts, and now I'm curious to know yours. So comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Marvel versus Capcom. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most important, remember, this is fun. This is a fun collection. Whether or not you're for Jada or you're for Hasbro, they meld together so well. And when they do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.